Today is just like an event. It's free. Everybody's checking it out. They're welcoming people to come check it out. I'm really curious to see how it runs and operates on a daily basis after this weekend. So this is not normal.
And it's not gonna be like that every day.
I wanted to kind of observe, like, how does Kupuna get on?
Kupuna is older elders.
Yeah.
They have an elevator for that. I mean, it looks like a nicer, newer version of the train in San Francisco. Let's normalize man bags, purses.
No.
I've never been so organized in my life. What was the other line then?
I don't know. It's same thing. It must wind in here. Sheesh.
Nah, I'm not the one.
Maybe if we were like here.
Yeah.
The fail is, we thought, oh, it's 10 minutes away. We could just leave 10 minutes before they start. That is not correct because everybody else planned in advance.
We came, we sweated, and we didn't conquer. To be clear, what had happened was...
So you don't have to lose your spot in line. We're just going to bend it a little bit over this way.
The guy trying to direct the traffic, he accidentally screwed it all up. So we were like kind of trying to wait it out, and then he just put like a few hundred people in front of us. I just want to walk away. I'm not the person to go to like my wife and her sister, they're crazy people.
Like when the park first opens.
When the park first opened, they want to run. You hold that spot, and I don't want to. I cannot.
Good luck to everybody who's staying in line, though. It's hot.
Where I'll take two. Well, one, I got my free Holo card. Holo means to go cruise, like to go gallivanting. Mahe's not here because she had to go show properties. Mahe had to go help a client because we don't only make the YouTube videos, but we sell the houses. That's what Mahe's doing right now. Eastbound, westbound. So to give you guys some orientation, you can see the old stadium there, which is condemned. You can't even go in it. It's gonna be torn down. Where we were with all the chaos, it's like right by the stadium over there. And then there's Pearl Harbor. So Pearl Harbor is like this inlet, this harbor that disrupts the whole south side of the island, causes us not to have beaches on the south side of our island. So we're basically just traversing Pearl Harbor, and we're gonna make it over to Eva, but specifically Hoopili, the new construction area. I think they call the stop Kualaka'i or something. I never heard that, but it's Hoopili, it's Eva, it's the Eva plane. That's where we'll stop. What is that, Salt Lake Boulevard or whatever? Had hundreds or thousands of people down there. When the train comes, it's gonna be like everybody will be standing. Well, all the seats taken.
Train to Kualaka'i, East Kapolei.
So first two impressions. One, the handles don't have that like I don't want to touch them feel yet, as public transit tends to have. And then secondly, you've never gotten this view of Pearl Harbor before, like Blaisdell Park. Kind of cool. It's kind of cool. Actually, over there is a pretty cool view. That was the Leeward Community College stop. Two thoughts. One, at least this rail goes by something useful, the community college for younger people. And I met my wife at LCC. Just a totally random fact. Oh, this is the train station, or like the yard. Is Mahe missing out? No, I mean, other than, you know, I don't know, Mahe prefers to be on camera than not. Other than that, no. It's nothing too crazy, and it'd probably be cooler to come tomorrow or the next day where it's less crowded. Growing up here, you never get these views above these communities. Like, this is Waipahuna, right? Oh, Tanioka stop. Yeah. Next stop, Tanioka's. Oh, Highway Inn stop. We had a video that was titled 3 Neighborhoods That Start with W. We ate at Highway Inn. This stop is by the Don Quixote, which used to be called Dae, for my local people, Dae. And then what was before Dae? There was a name before it was Dae or something else. And then Waipahu Zippies. That's the Zippies I grew up going to, because in Eva there was no Zippies back then, so we drive up to Waipahu to eat Zippies. Yeah, so their lease ran out. They're gonna build housing there, and it's gonna be at the rail station. So. You work on the rail, or what do you work at?
General Dynamics. I used to work on the rail though.
You used to work on the rail?
Yeah, on the community college building.
Yeah.
That was like 5 years ago. Told me, oh, like 2 years ago we run.
Yeah. Little over budget and over schedule, yeah. That's the news crew over here. You know the guy? yeah. He said, don't show us working too hard, huh? So being the time of day that it is, there's a lot of kupuna, older people. We, even though like have the camera and stuff, we're not like competing to get seats. I think that kind of goes anywhere, but you just let the older people sit down, you know. Are you just joyriding today?
Well, yeah, actually I wanted to experience it.
Why did you finally move back?
Because COVID gave us the opportunity to work remotely, came back to be closer to mom and dad.
I've talked to a couple of local people in your situation. You moved back home 2 years ago.
Yeah.
How did you feel about the rail before it was finished? Like conceptually, like when you were in California and you heard all of this, you know, bicker about the rail, like what did you think? Because as local people like you and I who are living in the Bay Area, it's like, yeah, trains are good. Like trains can be good, right? But did you maintain that, or were you like, nah, not for Hawaii?
I've always felt that public transit and trains would be beneficial. Taking aside like how long it takes, right?
Yeah.
But I think having the transit is super beneficial because you can't expand the highways anymore here. Having like a high speed transit system is huge. Like if I lived in town and now they can open like destination areas out west side, I don't have to drive. I can just like catch a train and go there, or vice versa, right?
Yeah, I remember fighting traffic in California and like I jump on a bus. So I worked at Stanford, I lived in Alameda.
Oh,
so I jump on the bus from Fremont to Stanford, and I just put my earphones in, listen to a book.
Yeah.
I get it was a good thing, but also now maybe the people you don't want to come to your neighborhood can transit to your neighborhood, and like in California we experience these things too, right?
Right. So I thought about that for a second because so I lived in Mountain View, and so bordering Los Altos. So there's a lot of like NIMBYism going on, right?
Yeah.
That's why BART didn't extend the entire Bay
Around
area.
the bottom, right?
Yeah, Palo Alto, Los Altos, they didn't want that in their backyards.
Right.
I don't feel like we have like distinct like, oh hey, this is my neighborhood, you can't come in here, or this is my city necessarily. I think the Bay Area you have distinct cities, right? Like
Palo Alto and East Palo Alto.
Yes, and Sunnyvale, Mountain View, right?
Yeah.
Whereas over here it's just like city and it's like Honolulu, right?
We all local. Totally random. We just learned there's an accident on the H1 westbound. So there's like a conspiracy theory going around social media. They did it on purpose to highlight, see, you should have been on the rail. Would you put it past them?
I would not.
Okay, so what are my thoughts? Is that the question? Or what's my reaction? I lived in the Bay. I lived in California. So we had that. I hope that this doesn't become that. We are Hawaii, we're not California, so I don't think it will in the same way. We literally just ran into a fan of the channel and a new friend, Eric. We just had that discussion in real time, and like in ways this is very good for Hawaii. There are certain reservations we have. I mean, it's a bummer it doesn't go to town. I guess that's my biggest thing. That would be pretty cool if you lived where you could really utilize this and go into town. That would be great. I'll bring my wife and kids back and do a joyride, and then we'll probably never have a reason to use it again after that. 10 billion divided by all the residents, 9,000 per person. I don't know if the juice is worth the squeeze. Nonetheless, it's a cool way to spend a Friday working hard and filming for you guys. Let us know in the comments what you think. To be more positive, the views. Like, we've never seen those views. That's a pretty cool thing. Maybe occasionally, once a year, I'll do it with my kids to catch the views and bring family who's in town, tourists on it, and go eat at Pro Ridge or something. I don't know. The vibe was cool. Hawaii people. It was Hawaii people just kind of out and enjoying it. That's probably my biggest takeaway. MyHawaiiHomeValue.com for sellers, or you know what? Just for refinancers, for homeowners. Oh, you want to sell in a year from now? It's better to understand your home's value today. My friend lived there, sold her house during the pandemic, got her a house down the street off market so that Auntie, 95 years old, could live in the home on the first floor. The good news is we're able to reposition into something that she got for probably $100,000 undervalued. MyHawaiiHomeValue.com. My name is Derek Okahashi. My team is called Core Team Hawaii. I'm just obsessed with this stuff. I love real estate. I love talking about it. I love helping. So please hit us up. Hey, put on a media badge and just go take us to the front. Do you know what the rail acronym is?
No.
It's HART.
Oh, Hawaii.
Something Rail Transit.
Hawaii Air.
Authority for
Yep.
Rail Transit. HART. Today's everyone in Hawaii just says rail.